Hello, Salam Sejahtera, and welcome down to Chai, Coffee and Chat podcast brought to you by Skandas Production. All right. In this podcast, we're going to be talking to very, very important personalities. We're going to share a lot of things for your benefit. And today we have a very important person, none other than my friend, Dr. Shamir Rajadurai.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.
It's a pleasure being here.
Right, doctor, can you tell us a little bit about your background? Are you a doctor, medical
no,
doctor?
not medical. Don't worry, I'm not a medical doctor. My background is actually I have a PhD in criminology from UC Malaya. I know lah. Biasa-biasa just.
Why you did criminology?
Well, I've always been interested in crime. So it's more interesting to understand why people do it. And then also not just the theoretical part. I used to go down to the grassroots to also understand how people do it. Right, so we've got now the why and the how.
Right. So why I brought Dr. Shamir is when I went for an event. It was an event for ladies actually. And he was doing a demonstration on the scams and crime scenes in Malaysia and how to be safe. And I found all those information very, very beneficial. Yeah. So I want this information to go out to everyone as much as we can.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
For more information, can contact him directly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Ji, let's start with crime trends in Malaysia. What kind of crime trends are here?
Okay, so when we look at crime trends alone, there are two kinds, right? Normally people look at digital and physical crime, right? And of course, since COVID, digital crime has gone up tremendously. Digital crime. So that covers quite a few things. But also now that things have settled down, physical crime has started to increase back. We have forgotten, because we focus so much, every time on the news and all, we see all jangan jadi mangsa scam, this scam, that scam. We forget that still people become victims of home robberies, snatch theft, murders, these kind of things are still happening. But because the media has publicized more on digital, we are forgetting about physical. So sometimes we are becoming a bit too relaxed about that. But both, it's important for us to look out for both.
I get scared, bros, looking at your videos because sometimes you show, see how fast I can open the padlock. Open already.
But that's the thing, right? About the videos that we've been sharing lately on social media and all. We basically, when we were thinking what video should we post up to create awareness, suddenly we thought, hey, how about we have this Pecah Masuk Rumah series lah. So, what we've been doing from the start, from the grill, the padlocks, the sliding doors, the digital door locks and all, we've been showing everybody how vulnerable the systems are. But here's the thing. It's not that I'm great at doing this. Don't think I'm going to break into your house tomorrow. But mainly, the idea of what we are showing is that if you use inferior quality products, this is what happens. There is no such thing as a 100% way of securing your place. Even, to be honest, a lot of people messaging me asking, hey, what do you lock your house with? I'll be very honest, even in my house, so I could be a victim. But what we are doing is that we're showing if you use cheap quality products, right, that's what happens. It's easy to break through.
Cheap quality.
If you use very good quality ones or so, it can be broken to, but it's difficult. It's just very difficult. So that's why you see I do it in a few seconds, all inferior quality products. Yeah. So
can you give us an example of what are the popular crimes like?
Okay, so there are a few types, right? So let's say if we want to focus on physical crime, then the one thing that's very common, which has been happening, I think, from our parents' time, is snatch theft. Right? It still happens, and we
snatch
always
theft
have
on the
you're walking, then suddenly somebody comes on the ragot somebody come, you're walking nicely, somebody comes snatches your bag and all, right? Because we're a bit too complacent sometimes, right? So that's the one thing that happens. So the one thing that we always tell people is, first thing you must realize, people always say, sometimes you carry this kind of bag, you'll be a victim. You carry that kind of bag, original bag naka, then only people will steal from you. No such thing. Malaysia, if you look at it, people don't know if your bag is original or not. So, because, you don't know if it's a pasar malam one or not. Right. But what people know is that confirm the content in the bag, kandipa, there is something good in there. Right? Because confirm at least for a phone wallet handphone, at least for a credit card something. There's always going to be something.
All the Tamil
so suddenly after drinking the chai, so
not bad.
So what happens with that is that at least the criminals will know, if I grab this bag, I know there's something in there. Right? So there is no 100% way of preventing snatch theft. That's the reality. No matter how you carry your bag, you can be a victim.
Right.
But what's important is never ever sling your bag across your body.
Okay.
Because if that happens, when someone grabs your bag, you will get dragged across the road.
So happened to my sister once.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah, they were driving and then they snatched her bag.
Oh no, did she
but
fall
she couldn't
down?
react. Yeah,
Okay.
she did fall down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay,
Happened
thank God.
some time ago. Lah.
Yeah. So the next thing that's maybe a bit more popular are scams which are going on in Malaysia. Lah. The problem with that is every day there's a new scam. So
they were room put to your sticker Tamil
correct. And the one thing you must understand about scammers is this, right? Sometimes people think, after they become victims, how la, I'm so stupid, I became a victim. Then they feel shy, they don't want to share, they don't want to go and report to the police. I'm so smart, how did I become a victim? The problem is you must understand one thing, especially if you're ever a victim, don't ever blame yourself, because you must understand it's not you against a scammer, it's you against a group of scammers. Scammers is not just one person trying to scam another person. It's a whole team of people trying to scam people, right?
Can you give us some examples about these scams? Which have
okay, for example, let's take the most basic one now that's happening very often is job scam.
Right? Job
scams. Right? So, one of the things they'll do, you go online, you see, tawaran kerja, this kind of salary, overseas job, work, maybe a few hours a day only. So you also like, oh my God, this is so good. I work few hours a day and then I get this good salary paying in USD some more. Ninglo okay lah, ada lah, gaji lah.
Ada lah, chicken curry.
Then you apply for a job. And here's what's interesting. The person who interviews you, his face is not going to look like a gangster. He's going to look like a normal, decent person. Look like you only. Handsome, good looking, decent. Coat put, you use a coat and you come. And then you interview the person. Very professional. See, the way you speak also is very professional. All that. So you also think, this is a legitimate job. Right? And then after that, they say, okay, all done. We are going to give you the job and all. Then they say, okay, meet at the airport. We'll arrange all your transport and all. Normally that's the first giveaway. Right? If I'm going to, you just come to airport, everything's sorted out for you. So that's the important thing. So you must understand with any job, if it's an overseas job, tell them it's okay, I will book my own flight. You just reimburse me. So that's at least you are sorted out. Because what happens in the airport, they'll come, they say, okay, come, I'll check you all in. Give the passport. They will go. Tengok, your flight is not to the US to say. Suddenly you're ending up in Cambodia. And in Cambodia now, they've not like, one small house where they are just keeping all these scammers. No, it's actual complex. So if we look, there was a undercover, there was a ops done by United Nations. Right? Did you see the complex? Oh my God. They've got a whole office. They've got a whole place for you to sleep. They've got galangang for you to do recreation activities. They got canteen for you to eat.
All in, bro.
All in. We're a hostel. Full on. Everything is there. Right? So, when you go there, you cannot escape. Right? How are you going to escape?
Oh my God. Sounds very scary. Also sounds like a good plot for a Korean movie or something like that.
A reality TV show or something.
I saw one nice video lah. One very beautiful girl. I was very interested. Tengok, you cakap AI. Macam mana ni?
Yes.
I also believe lah.
Nice, beautiful
that you said
girl.
is AI.
It's AI.
Or is it actually you?
No, it's not me. So the problem with these are the things that I use for love scams.
Right? You use
No, I love scam people. That's how I got money now. No, but this is how people do love scams, right? Is that those days, they'll just send a picture. Hey, this is me, this is a picture of me. But what they'll do, they'll go and grab somebody else's picture from the social media and then they'll post it up saying this is me. So I will then pretend to be this girl. For example, maybe I give her a name Iris. I pretend to be Iris, right? But now it's so easy to create AI, right? And if you go to my socials, you'll see the AIs which I posted were all created in just a few minutes, right? And now instead of sending you photos, I can send you a video. And if you look also, the lips very real. The expressions and all created by AI, right? And that's how people scam people. Also, that's why just say you're a guy, and not say just say, but you are a guy.
I am. I'm not AI.
Not AI. So you're a guy. Suddenly, this single beautiful girl is messaging you, and let's just say you're an individual who maybe doesn't have much interaction with girls, right? So suddenly, a beautiful girl talking to you, so jatuh lah sikit kan, and then I will then create this AI persona just to make you fall in love with me. When you fall in love with me, திடீர்னு நான் கேட்டேனாக்கா, I'm a bit short of money this month. கொஞ்சம் help பண்றீங்களா? Hey, no problem. I'll give you how much you want. Start small. ஒரு 100 ringgit முடியுமா? Can.
Darling,
100 ringgit.
money all one problem.
Yeah, for
Tell
you
me.
nothing. I will give you 100 ringgit. What's 100 ringgit? I give. After you bank 100 ringgit, thank you very much. I love you. This, that, one story will come. Then after, can I have a bit more? Can I have a bit more? All kinds of stories will come. So it works both ways, vice versa. They can pretend to be girls. They can pretend to be guys. Yes.
Right.
So that's how a lot of people become victims.
Yeah, and also because we were putting up, lots of information on social media and Instagram and Facebook and all that.
Yeah.
So people are, taking note. Okay, this one can, especially older folk, not saying just them, but maybe, as you said, less social interaction and, slightly older people. All right. I see these crimes, happen more frequently because of the amount of information that people share on social media as well. And also the older folk, they target all these lonely older folk. And then suddenly you see pension money gone, PPF money gone. So be careful.
Yeah. But very interesting, you're talking about social media. That's the thing. People use a lot of social media for crime. A lot of social media for crime, right? In two ways. Is that one is that this one I think especially influencers need to be very responsible with the content which they put up.
Okay.
A lot of influencers will just create content just for the views. So when they do things which are not responsible, that's the problem. Suddenly you see people fight over nothing. Suddenly you see last time there was this thing on investments, right? Influencers, because they were paid to promote that thing, they didn't do due diligence. They didn't check properly.
Right.
They promoted some scheme and all. And so many people became victims, right? It was out in the papers.
Okay.
So that's why it's so important for influencers as well to
be
responsible. But also another thing, I think one thing that a lot of people don't understand, when we look at the younger generation, everybody wants to be a social media influencer, everybody wants to be a social media influencer, but they don't realize what people see is only what's posted. They don't realize what happens behind. See, for example, you are not just an influencer, you're a celebrity, right? People don't understand the struggle you went through to be at your level, right? If you look back at how you started your journey, right? You started on radio, for example, right? And when you are on radio, you have to be very careful with what you say, very careful with what you do.
You must verify.
Yeah, you must verify everything. If not, information you share is wrong. And that's why, we see celebrities such as yourself, when you all put out information, it's good, proper information because you've already gone through the whole process of being like this. And I think the problem is people, when they just see, I want to be like Aanantha sir, or influencer, they forget you're celebrity, not influencer, you're celebrity level, So they don't understand, to be that level, the process you have to go to. Everyone thinks, shortcut lah, terus janji viral, I can be celebrity, then I can get this endorser deal, that endorser deal. No, they forget that. So that's why the content that people keep putting out is very irresponsible. A lot of times we see things. There were times some people were giving tips on safety and crime prevention. And the tips they gave, I looked at the content and said, oh my God, this is going to get people stuck. This is going to get people, this is what's going to make people become more victims, right? So because they do it just for the views. Right? So that's the other thing when it comes to social media. Other than just protecting yourself, you also need to make sure the content you put out is good.
And verified and true.
Yeah. But maybe since you put up a lot of content on social media, you can maybe give a little bit of tips on what would be good.
Okay, but I don't share random things that people send to me. Viral can this, viral can that. So I check with relevant authorities, and thankful that I have good friends in the police force and lawyers. So I just verify those information before I actually share it.
That's very good. Lucky you
and then friends like you, I can call you, hey Shamir, betul lah. So I normally they will say in the households all, you must put grill,
Yep.
you must put padlock, you must put the chain and then put the padlock.
Yep.
And then I see your videos all, padlock will open, crack like that. So how, is there a new way of doing things to be safe and stuff?
There is, right? Of course, when people say go digital, yes, can. But you must make sure the encryption of your system is good. When you say you want to use padlocks, you can still use padlocks. But you must make sure they're good quality padlocks, right? A lot of padlocks will say, oh, can do this, can do that, can do this, can do that, right?
Is the number one better than the key one or anything like that?
No, it's all the same. At the end of the day, it just depends who's trying to break into your house.
Super technology put dia tahu.
If you ask me, the best security system you can have for your house, the best one, a dog. The best security system, a dog. Doesn't matter which dog. You don't have to put a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd. You don't have to do that. Even the roadside dog, you go and you take and you bring back home. No problem. That fella will protect your house. It's the best thing you can do.
I see some dogs like breaking time also they're like sleeping.
Yeah, some like, but some.
I tired lah, bro.
Tired, yeah, you go in only. So, unfortunately, some dogs are like that. But at least here's the thing. The main idea why you have dogs is that it's better than alarms because your dog will bark when someone is trying to come near to your house. Alarms will go on, but sometimes your neighbor is going to hear the alarm. They are not going to be bothered. Especially if you had dogs in your life, you will know dogs bark a different way for different things. A cat passing by, different kind of bark. The postman come, different bark. People coming, different bark. So that's what. But if you cannot, just say maybe you are not the type who can jaga anjing right? Maybe you're a Muslim, so you cannot have a dog in your house.
Right.
The next best thing you can do, you feed the dogs in front of your house. So the stray dogs, you feed them in front of your house. Why? Dogs, very loyal. The minute you start feeding them, they will say you are their owner. They will sleep in front of your house. Right? So when they sleep in front of your house, at least at night people want to come also. They're a bit more wary. Right? Why would I want to rob your house when there's a risk of a dog when maybe your neighbor's house doesn't have a dog? So I'll probably go there.
All right. And a very popular topic is also about child scams and crimes. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Oh my God. But when it comes to banyak sangat. That's the one thing which I when I do crime against children, when I look at the cases, it's the one type of crime that really, I feel very sad because children are so innocent. They're so innocent. They don't know anything. And then you've got these people who are raping these kids, who are beating these kids, who are killing these kids. Imagine as an adult or so, if somebody beats you, you feel that pain.
Yeah.
Imagine a child which is so innocent. They don't know anything. Pure. They really don't know anything bad in this world. And you're beating and beating and beating these kids. So it takes a different kind of psycho to do it. Your mental state, when we look at criminology as well, your mental state must be of a whole different level to be able to inflict pain on something so innocent. Right? So one thing I would have to say, especially when it comes to cases where I've sat down with a lot of criminals who have sexually abused their own children, right? And the one thing I have to say, if any parent, mother or father, if ever your child comes and tells you somebody touched them in an inappropriate manner, please go and investigate.
Right.
The problem is what, because normally this will happen among family members, right? Maybe an uncle, maybe the own father, maybe the own mother, you never know, right? And when they come and tell you, you will like, no, that uncle won't do maybe he touch you in a sayang way, he wouldn't have touched you The problem is this, the one group of people which is the hardest to identify are pedophiles. Why?
Pedophiles.
Pedophiles are people who like to have sex with underage children. The problem is these are the nicest people you'll ever meet. They are the nicest people to children. They are the friendliest people to children. They are the children's, they are the favorite uncle or favorite auntie, So whenever we hear cases like this, it actually could have been avoided. Not say it could have been avoided because sometimes it happens more than once. And even though the child has told the parent doesn't take action because they cannot, in their mind, they cannot comprehend, this person. And sometimes I have to say this, it's the most religious person. That's why so many times we see cases, suddenly, religious person doing this, religious person doing that. And people will defend the person without knowing the facts of the case. Right? I also have to say, some cases, it's true, the religious person didn't do anything. People just trying to kenakan the person, frame the person. But more often than not, it's true. right? There's this thing about the sexual offenders. In some way, they have justified their actions. All due to lust, they've been able to justify these actions. So parents, if ever your child says anything, anybody has come and touched you, make sure you
report.
Yeah. Another thing,
investigate.
Make sure you investigate. Another thing which is very important, your children, when from young, 2 things you must always teach them. Your name, your phone number.
Oh.
You must teach them your name, your phone number as young as possible. In case they get lost, I've been in a place where I've suddenly seen a kid in a mall. He was walking alone and I suspected something is wrong. He's too young to be alone. So I went to the child and I asked him, I said, everything okay or not? And then he started crying. Then I said, who are you here with? He said, I'm here with my brother. I said, okay. What's your brother's name? Abang.
Right.
So how to identify, that's what, because that's what he calls the brother home, abang, right? So he doesn't know the brother's name. I say, okay, now come, let's go to I'm going to take you to the security counter, you follow me lah. Right, so as I'm walking to the security counter, one guy suddenly came and said, oh, this is my brother. Then I checked with him. I said, is this your abang? They say, yeah. Right, suddenly one random guy come and claim it. Yeah, so you always have to double check, right? So that's very important. So that's one thing. Always teach your kids from a young age how to remember the number and all. Right. So there's another thing, and this is something that we've been working on, myself and my team. We are coming up with safety bands. Right?
Oh,
so
safety bands
whereby you just put the band on your child and you can key in there's NFC on the band. So it just looks like a normal band. So it'll be written, help me, I'm lost or something like that. So you just have to scan anyone just come, there's an NFC logo on it. You just scan, all your details are in there, the parents' details. So yeah, we are working on it. When it comes out, please feel free to get in touch with us.
Until then, you can write on a card and ask them to
like
keep it.
Keep it in the pocket, something like that.
Important information.
Yes, on the school bag.
I just want to share, my dad, once he went missing.
Okay.
He went missing, and thank God for him, because he had a little bit of dementia.
Okay.
He went off somewhere and then we couldn't find him for the night.
Okay.
But somehow or other, he wrote his name and number and my brother's number and all. And the Indonesian friends who found him managed to contact us the next day.
Oh my God, lucky.
Yeah, thank God he had written those numbers and names. Yeah.
It's so
old school lah, but
but at least something, right? It's something else. Right? Sometimes we forget these things happen to our parents as well. Sometimes we cannot even remember where we parked our car. Yeah. Imagine sometimes parents with dementia, how to remember,
Yeah, and then my father will say, hey, I'm going out. That's it. No information. Where? Don't know what. He's like Indian tata like that. Okay, bro. Can we talk a little about car scams and car crimes? Anything?
So that's another thing.
It's very less in Malaysia, right?
No, I know. Car theft happens a lot as well. But I think what happens with the scam is that if you go on online platforms, right, especially like Facebook, Muda, all these platforms, is where people put up their ads. I want to sell this car and sell that car. The biggest scam is when the car is priced below market value. Oh, right? Because why? They will put it below market value. And this is how the scam happens. Just say you are selling your car, right? For market price is 50,000. But you suddenly put up an ad for 20,000. 30, 40 fellas are going to call you. Okay. Because everybody wants it. Way too good a deal. And maybe you put a simple thing like, I'm leaving the country, so I just want to get rid of this car fast. Very good mileage, everything. Car guys will call you immediately. And then you will say, bro, a lot of people have been calling me. For me, very simple. Whoever gives me a deposit first, I hold the car for them. Right? Okay, car 20,000, how much deposit you want? 5,000 enough. Right? You come, you see the car, everything okay, you pay me the balance. So what you'll do, immediately you'll bank in because you want to hold the car. Right? Now, I do this with you, one person. 20 people have called me. I do the same with 20 people. 20 people have banked in 5,000 to me.
Wah, hidup lah.
Cukup lah. And then suddenly I take down an ad, I remove the phone number, everything. Hilang. You call me, cannot get. You've just lost 5,000. The bank is not going to reimburse you because you willingly transferred that amount. Right? The fact that he didn't force you to transfer, he gave you that option. Right? If you want, you pass me the money. If you don't want, it's fine. You are the ones who tamak, you wanted it. When we talk to scammers, that's the thing, right? I always ask them, how is it that you're able to scam people easily?
You can talk to scammers all.
Yeah. That's why I say go to the grassroots and learn from them.
Criminology.
Yes, criminology. So they always tell us this, right? People are greedy people are fearful, and that's how you take advantage of them.
Oh.
Right. So fearful is, fear of losing out. Greedy is sometimes like this kind of situations as well. Too good investment, we talk about investment scams. Too good. I'm going to give you 6% every month. Nobody can give you 6% every month, right? But they were like, oh no, this is a good deal, tama. I can triple my money, can double my money, so I put my money in my life savings, and that's how you become a victim. So
have to be careful.
Have to be careful. Nobody understands human psychology better than a scammer. Scammers, PhD in psychology.
Actually, I remember, I put my car up for sale, and then there was this guy who was like constantly messaging me, can you ship the car to Sabah or something like that? I will send the ship. They said, send the ship. All you got to do. And then very persistent. Hello, anybody there? Hello. I was like, hey,
these are
too good to be true.
Too good to be true. That line is a very good line. When people say, it's true. When people say, if the deal is too good to be true, it's not. Right, so that sentence is very important. If it's too good to be true, it's not true.
Amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about you were covering about ladies traveling in the car alone, and they leave their handbag on the
car seat,
on the passenger seat.
So that's something called smash and grab. Smash and grab. Smash and grab is the thing whereby just say you're traveling alone, and not just traveling alone. Also, you're just traveling in your car. Maybe you've left your laptop bag or your handbag on the car seat. You get in, you put everything there, right? And then what happens from there is a motorcycle will pass by. He'll suddenly see, there's a handbag over here. So what they do is they'll wait for you to stop in one of these three locations: traffic light, car park, or your house. You stop, they also stop, they break your window, they take your bag and they go.
Traffic light,
car park, or your house. Yes. These three, because your car is stationary, it's not moving anywhere. Right? So they cannot attack while you're moving. It's dangerous for them. Right? So they break window, take and go. So the best way to prevent this is to not leave your bag on the car seat. If you're worried about anything, leave it underneath the passenger seat. Laptop bag, please leave it in the boot.
Okay.
So that's the easiest way to prevent this from happening.
Then you were also saying that in the malls, you should always reverse park.
Always reverse park. Not just malls, but anywhere. Always reverse park your car. Because, like we said, sometimes these guys, when they follow you, they are going to be following you from a certain distance. Right? And a lot of people don't like to reverse park because leche. Right? But that's why you must reverse park your car, because when you stop,
I also don't like to reverse park.
I know most people leche, right? But when you do that, you don't realize blind spots.
Blind spots.
So when you stop to reverse park your car, suddenly you see, hey, why this motorcycle has been following me from just now? And if you suspect something, drive off.
You think he's your fan, is it?
Yeah.
No, he's out to no good. Anyway, to be safe.
Not everybody has fans following them like you, everywhere.
I also scared a lot of times. And then the other one is the egg on the windshield. Sum like that. You remember that, right? I remember asking you what kind of egg is that? You said A grade.
So for those of you who don't know, when I was giving a talk somewhere and I was explaining that one of the tactics that criminals use is that when you're driving, they throw an egg on your windscreen. Yep. And then the one thing that you shouldn't do is to turn on your water and the wiper.
Okay.
Right?
Because
it'll make the glass carbola. It fogs up the whole glass, right? So normally people have proper questions when they ask me, is it, what should I do from there? But our chief Aanantha here, what he asked me was very, very serious. He put up his hand and he asked the question, what quality or what grade egg they use?
Gold buka lah. Open gold. Well, is that A grade?
No, I said A grade egg, but probably I don't know what grade they use. I've never asked criminals what grade egg they use.
I think Omega. So don't on your windshield wiper.
Don't turn on your windshield wiper.
And the water.
What you do is just drive straight away to a police station. Don't even drive to a petrol station, because they are following you and waiting for you to stop only. Right? So don't turn on, just wherever you can see a little bit gap, just drive straight to the police station.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shamir.
No, thank you.
This is just like 10% of whatever he can cover. So for more information, you can contact him directly. He's on Instagram. Apa social media?
Yes, you can connect with me on LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. You can look for Shamir Rajadurai, Shamir Rajadurai.
Nanti kita sharekan dia punya link kat bawah, dekat description. Siapa-siapa yang berminat, Dr. Shamir juga buat banyak apa.
We give a lot of talks and corporate trainings and all. So feel free to give us a call.
Bahasa Melayu kat sini. Dalam bahasa Melayu pun
bahasa Melayu
Cik
pun
buat.
boleh.
Training room dalam bahasa Melayu boleh.
Saya
bahasa Inggeris boleh.
berpendidikan kebangsaan. So
bagus tu. Apa dia?
Berpendidikan di sekolah kebangsaan.
Saya ingat berpidato peringkat kebangsaan.
Tak ada.
Jadi apa-apa nak disampaikan kepada kita punya penonton? Last, any advice?
Yes. First of all, I think you just must remember there are always ways of becoming victims, but doesn't mean you have to be complacent, right? Don't be ignorant to crime. Do whatever you can to keep yourself safe. Always get things which are of good quality. And another thing, don't forget to follow this channel and what Aanantha has been sharing. First of all, I must thank you and your team for organizing this podcast, because we need more people like you to share good information such as this. You're doing your part in helping society. So I just want to thank you very much, and I'm so honored to be here as a guest.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Shamir, for being with us on our show and sharing so much information for our listeners out there. We have something very small for
thank you very
but
much.
very thoughtful.
Thank you.
And we hope you like it. This is Kation's beard and hair oil serum.
Perfect. Thank you.
And this is something that you could use every day from Essence and Aroma.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Tell us about this t-shirt, Prevent Crime Now.
No, this is from our company, and this is what we do, right? We basically want to advocate crime prevention.
Right.
So everyone should play their role in preventing crime. Like what you have done today. Thank you very much.
Jangan jadi macam ayam buta melintas jalan.
Palu mulia lah சொல்றீங்க.
Always be safe and see you again in our wonderful podcast.